Hey, what's going on? Luke here, your main source for Rugby League 26. Now, speaking of Rugby League 26, I was talking about me being the main source. I don't think there really is too much information going on at the moment. However, I do have a little bit of news because I went from, weekly videos. Well, not even weekly. I was posting multiple times a week for like the last sort of month. Just lots of different news, lots of different updates about Rugby League 26, even from it going from Rugby League Live 5 to Rugby League 26. There was so much to talk about, but all of a sudden, not too much is happening. The AFL game has had their announcement. I've already done a video about that. Go check it out. But in that video, I expressed a little bit how it's a little alarming, not too alarming, but it is a little alarming how the Big Ant guys went from being in video, literally being filmed and recorded saying, hey, the game's going to be coming out in July. And now all of a sudden the latest ones, they've sort of just been saying, yeah, it's just going to come out later this year. So they went from having a set month to sort of leaving it sort of up in the air. And while that is alarming, my thought process is that they're kind of just trying to cover themselves because in previous years, when they've had the AFL game or even the rugby game or whatever, there's been some delays and there's been a lot of outrage, especially in the AFL community. The AFL game got delayed massive. So I guess they're trying to learn from their lessons, even though they're giving, set months, whether that was meant to be out in the public, it ended up out in the public. But that was my speculation, is that they realized like, hey, let's not give the NRL fans, they're pretty rabid, they're pretty excited for this game. Let's not disappoint them in case it's not out in July. But I am here to tell you that I do have a source. You're seeing on the screen right now, Winston Neville, Bulldog superfan, absolute legend on TikTok. And you know what? Credit to Winston because he's been one of the most vocal people in terms of a new rugby league game. Now, obviously there was me, there's, Insayans, Odd One X, all the guys who have been around for years and years and years, still playing Rugby League Live 4. But Winston was actually a new up-and-coming content creator who's been on TikTok and he's doing live streams of Rugby League Live 4 and trying to get a whole new audience. So shout out to Winston. But Winston actually gave me a little bit of an inside scoop the other night. In fact, he's kind of well connected. If you've seen Winston, he's done work with plenty of NRL clubs. So you're just going to have to trust me in this one. But when he came to me and said that, he has a pretty strong source that the game is going to definitely be coming out in July, like don't worry about that, I have no reason not to believe him. The last time I got an inside scoop from someone in the know, it ended up being absolutely spot on. And that was in regard to the Super League guys getting scanned, which they obviously did. We ended up seeing videos from Wakefield. Even in terms of the actual release, the July one, I knew it well in advance. I just couldn't say anything. So I fully believe this one. And Winston's actually posted it onto an Instagram page as well. So I'm going to show that little DM you can see on the screen right now. But as you can see, he's saying like clear your schedules because it is going to be about mid-July, which is also what I'd heard as well. But just further sort of confirmation that, yeah, mid-July, you look at around like when game 2 of State of Origin is around. I think game 2 is actually on a Wednesday. Now, I wouldn't expect them to release it on the exact same day as Origin. That would just be a catastrophe. Like, you want to have the most hype in the world. You don't want it being overshadowed by literally the biggest thing in NRL. So I expect it maybe a couple days beforehand, maybe a week beforehand. I would say probably the weekend, probably 11th, 12th, 13th, something like that. That's when I would expect it to release. Then you got a couple days before Origin, they can release all trailers and people can go and make content like myself and use Origin teams and maybe even a pro team thing, have some promotions on. I think it's the ideal time to strike. And if it's going to be July, I think that's when we're going to see it. Mid-July it seems to be. Haven't got an exact date, but you can kind of read between the lines that I think it probably will be a couple of days before State of Origin. Origin's on a Wednesday, I would imagine the weekend. So you look at the Saturday, look at the Sunday, maybe even the Friday. But if I had to guess, I'm going Sunday, I'm going the 13th. I think that seems the most logical one. That way everyone can get the game. It's not like the whole day revolves around footy. You have all the kids, you have all the adults all actually playing footy, playing their sports. And then you have the actual NRL on as well. It's the same reason why I don't really stream on a Saturday, because it's a busy day. So like, don't release it on a Saturday, release it on the Sunday. There's a little bit more free time. It makes perfect sense to me. I think it makes sense to you. So let's go the 13th. That's what my prediction's going to be. Now, just on the AFL game and its release date, it's actually coming out on the 8th, but they're not releasing it at the same time as State of Origin, which is arguably even bigger than the grand final and just bigger than the NRL season in itself. So yeah, that's just the beauty of the NRL is we have such a huge event in terms of State of Origin that they'd be crazy not to try and, I don't know, get something going. Like, they'd be insane to not release it around that time. I just know personally as a content creator, 100% is the most hyped time of the year. It's when I get my most views. Even going to be even better if this new game comes out. But in terms of an announcement, I think Matt Galaxy actually did a little post, and I actually really agree with him. I think it'd be a great idea for them to announce this around Magic Round. I think it's another event that has a lot of hype. Naturally, a lot of eyes going to be on it. I'm not sure how it goes in terms of TV ratings versus other rounds of the NRL, but if there was ever a time outside of like a state of origin period, I think Magic Round is the time. And especially if they want to make Magic Round to be even more special than what it is, why not use this as a time to promote your video game? Like, give the game a little bit of time to cook, give it a little bit of time to build up some hype. I mean, I've seen myself making these videos, whenever I talk about it, people get mad hype. So announce it at Magic Round. Let us, maybe see some little clips from State of Origin and then release it for Game 2 of the State of Origin series. That would be absolutely ideal. I think that's actually what's going to happen. Fingers crossed. Let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts? Would you be happy with that sort of release date, mid-July? Does that seem realistic? I mean, it seems like they've done majority of the scans. They've been posting quite regularly. I think Jake from Big N is actually in Queensland at the moment, so it looks like he's going to be doing, your Broncos, the Dolphins, all those sort of ones probably this week. So other than that, like, needs to go to maybe New Zealand, and he's already done the Super League ones. I think we're pretty set. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. I'm going to wrap things up here, but thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more content on the channel, whether it's Rugby League Live 4, Rugby League Live 5, Rugby League 26, whatever it ends up being. Stay tuned for more content on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. See yous. Well, that's the end of this video. If you happen to enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. You know the drill at this point. Everybody YouTuber says it. Just go ahead and do it. It'd really help me out. Also, why not go ahead and check out some of these other videos that are on the screen right now.